One of my all-time favorite movies is one you might not have heard of. It's The Night of the Iguana, released by MGM in 1964, adapted from a Tennessee Williams play, directed by John Huston and starring Richard Burton, Ava Gardner, Sue Lyon, and Deborah Carr. This is the movie that turned Puerto Vallarta from a small goat-shed town into the tourist destination it is today. The plot follows a defrocked minister
Was never defrocked.
Why did they lock you out?
For conduct unbecoming a man of the cloth.
who's now working as a tour guide in Mexico, where he hijacks a bus of Baptist female college faculty in a bizarre attempt to keep his inappropriate entanglement with an underage girl from being reported.
Oh, you beast.
The film was released during a chaotic decade when the Hollywood studio system and the motion picture production code were collapsing. The production code was a true code in multiple senses of the word. It was a set of industry guidelines that dictated many things that couldn't be depicted on screen, such as sex, drugs, and violence. It also forced filmmakers to creatively get around these restrictions through coded language and visuals. It's impressive just how much The Night of the Iguana gets past the production code. It references marijuana,
Have a little pot.
homosexuality,
You know what you're sore about, what you're really sore about? That little quail of yours has a natural preference for men. Did you know that if it wasn't for the dikes, the plains of Texas would be engulfed by the Gulf?
bondage,
All women, whether they want to face it or not, want to see a man in a tied-up situation.
asexuality,
Thought you were sexless, but you've suddenly turned into a woman.
three ways, and more.
What's statutory rape? I've never known what that was.
But the part of the plot that sets the movie in motion is so coded that it gets lost on modern audiences.
There's this boy back home. He thought he was in love with me. Really, he made life just impossible. So Daddy fixed it for me to take a trip. Naturally, he wanted me to be chaperone in a strange country.
Did you catch it? We can infer that Sue Lyon had gotten pregnant and her parents sent her on this trip to Mexico to have an abortion. Before Roe v. Wade, Mexico was a common destination for U.S. women seeking abortions, particularly in border states like Texas. What's also lost on modern audiences is the significance of this being a Baptist tour group. Before the moral majority takeover in the 70s, Baptists were known more for being moderately pro-choice. The Southern Baptist Convention initially approved of Roe v. Wade and even celebrated it as a victory for religious liberty. This code has been broken because the receiving audience no longer has the necessary information to decipher it. If you follow me, you'll see examples of this happening throughout religious history. Religions are often pushing the limits of social norms at the time, so they speak in coded language or euphemisms. But as norms and language evolve, the original meaning can get lost or even reinterpreted to mean something else. I highly recommend putting The Night of the Iguana on your watch list and let me know what you think.